If you're new here, please like and subscribe. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jennifer, and on my channel I do DIY projects and Bucilla kits, as well as Mary stocking kits, and really any kit, even if it's not made by those two, which I don't think I've made any. Anyway, so in this tutorial I will be showing you how to put together the little duckling hat. There's a cute little hat that goes on her head, and we'll be assembling the basket that she's holding with the little eggs and everything. So I will show you how to put that together, and if you'd want to know how to do that, please keep watching. To start off, we're going to do a back stitch with 2 strands of dark brown, and I will just show you the beginning of the stitch just to get you started, and then I will finish off camera and show you what it looks like, and then do each step that way. I find that when I do this, it really helps with my time, because believe it or not, these videos can get rather long. So, alright, I'm going to skip ahead, and this is what it looks like. And now we're going to work on the inner, they look like trees almost. We're going to use 2 strands of green. And instead of the back stitch, we're going to do a straight stitch. And these straight stitches can get a little long, so make sure that your tension is even with each one. And take your time, because the straight stitch looks simple enough, but it can be a little tedious sometimes. Alright, I'm going to skip ahead, and this is what it looks like. It's interesting because the kit shows this color, but on the front it's actually like a darker color, which, you know what, I like the contrast, it's kind of pretty. Okay, so we're going to do outline stitch for each of the flowers, and with the same color green. And here's the band, it's purple, and it's number 15, and we're going to do 2 strands of white back stitch for the purple band. Once we finish the stitching, then we will move on to adding the beads and sequins. I tried doing it the other way around, and it's a little bit more difficult because the string gets caught, so it's just easier to do the stitching first. And I went ahead and did beads and sequins after I finished the stitching, and it looks so pretty. I love the contrast there. Okay, so we're gonna applique the band onto the hat, and here is what it looks like. And now we're going to move on to the flower petals. And these are simple enough. They are just green pieces of felt with the applique stitch. And now we're going to move on to the flowers. This is what it looks like before I cut it, and this is what it looks like after I cut it. And it took me a couple of attempts to roll out the flower the way I wanted it to look. You can roll it out however you feel like, but I just wanted to show you how mine ended up. And it does take a little bit of maneuvering, because the felt can be a little slippery sometimes. It doesn't help that my hands are really dry. You can tell that they're dry. Well, that's what happens when you live in the desert. Okay, so this is what your flower should look like. And we're going to do 3 of them, okay? So I'm just going to show you how to keep the flower together. I just grabbed 2 strands of pink that matched the color and just kind of secured the bottom with a couple of stitches. And then once I felt like it was secure enough, then I'm going to grab my hat and I'm going to applique the flower on. Alright, so I kind of wanted to position it at least, the best way I could. And the kit says to only use a few stitches, but honestly, I just attached it with several until I felt like the flower was secure and wasn't going anywhere. And you're going to end up doing this 2 more times after you finish this flower. So by the time you're done, then it won't be too difficult. Just make sure you are very even with your stitches, and that each one is secure, and that you're able to go through the layers you need to in order to keep it that way. So I'm just showing you how I did it. Pretty straightforward. And it looks really pretty when they're done, and I'll show you what all 3 flowers look like when they're done on there. And I had to speed this part up because it took me a little bit to maneuver all the flowers. Alright, and you can adjust the flower as you can, and then we're going to add the other 2. Okay, so I added these off camera just to show you what it looks like when they're done. And here's the back. Alright. Now we're going to work on appliquing the hat onto her head. I started with the top of the hat, and then I stuffed the brim as I went. So here's what it looks like completely finished. Turned out so cute. And I'm just checking my stuffing, because sometimes it looks more stuffed than it is. And try really hard not to overstuff. So now we're going to work on the basket assembly. So the basket backing goes on first, completely flat, no stuffing. And now we're going to do the front. And the front is, let me check, we are doing 3 strands of brown, and we're going to do a back stitch. And this is going to add a really pretty wicker texture to this basket, and it's going to look really cute when it's done. Okay, again, so I'm going to show you how to start each stitch, and especially on these pieces they take a little longer to put together, so I like to start the stitch and then do the rest off camera and then show you what it looks like when it's completely finished. So if you're following along, feel free to pause the tutorial as you go. Okay, so when we put this on, we're not sewing the top, obviously, because we're creating a basket and we're going to be putting eggs in here. So, and we're not stuffing it either, so just apply it like that. And then these little flags, I kind of had to rearrange because the 2 middle, so I kind of moved that one on the side, and I switched those 2 to match the picture, because in the kit they're the other way around, and I think it looks better this way, kind of evens it out a little bit better. And then the one on the very end I kind of angled, so, you know, create a better fit on the basket. We're going to put these 2 together, and same back stitch right here, there's a back stitch, and then just appliquing those 2 together without anything in between. And we're going to add that onto the basket. And this is what it looks like so far, and I did do some stitches in the back. I'll just show you real quick. Alright, and there are the flags. Now we're going to work on the top. Okay, so there's 2 sides to this handle, and in the middle is a pipe cleaner. And I had to grab some pins and keep it in place so it doesn't, you know, move while I applique these 2 pieces together. Alright, so I appliqued the back first, and then I maneuvered the front, and I just kind of went along with what the picture showed, because there's no marker to give you an idea of where to put it, so I just used the picture. The rest of the handle will be free, so we're only appliquing the 2 ends down at the basket and leaving the rest open, because we will be putting her other wing inside the basket as if she's holding it. And I'm just showing you how I'm maneuvered, because it's a little bit tricky at this angle to put this on the basket where you want it and have it not be crooked. So sorry for the weird camera angles. I did forget to mention that for the basket I'm using 1 strand of the beige colored thread, and it works really well with this color basket, because in the kits they don't really tell you what thread color goes with what felt. You kind of have to use your eye, so I just used the beige color, and that's what the basket looks like completely finished, and it's so cute. So that's what we have so far on this Easter wall hanging, and it's starting to look really, really pretty, and I'm really enjoying putting it together. And in my next tutorial I will continue putting more things on my wall hanging, so stay tuned for that video. If you haven't yet, please hit that like button, turn it blue, and if you haven't yet, also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more tutorials. If you want to make suggestions for the next kit that I do, please leave a comment down below, and I will be happy to add it to my very short list of kits that I want to do. There's a couple that I want to tackle, but I want to also know your opinion and what you want to see. If you haven't seen my last video, I will probably link it up in one of the cards up here. I did a little vlog about me wanting to be a part of the Amazon Associates, and they're kind of getting a lot of attention recently because they are slashing the commission prices, which, you know, it doesn't really affect me really, but I know it's affected a lot of the influencers on YouTube, and I feel really bad for them. And, you know, Amazon has a lot of, you know, a lot of things going on, so part of me is not surprised because, you know, there's a lot of high demand for you know, materials and stuff for our medical doctors and those that are being exposed to the coronavirus, and, you know, they need attention. Thank you for those who have clicked on my links below and purchased something small. It doesn't matter how much it is, honestly, it helps. It's the little things that help, and I really appreciate everything you guys do. And also, I noted in my last video that I will be doing some type of giveaway once I hit 1,000 subscribers, okay? So, if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. Once I hit that 1,000, I will be doing a kit giveaway. It will be a incompleted kit, so I will not be making this kit. I will just be giving it as is, like you get it in the mail. That's how you'll be getting it. So I will probably purchase 2 of them, and then I will do a tutorial on it. So not only will you get a free kit, you'll also get instructions on step-by-step how to do it. So 2 for 1, in my opinion. So I'm really looking forward to that because I've had a lot of requests for different types of kits, and I think it'll help me narrow down what I will choose to give away. So if you have any suggestions for a giveaway, if you have a specific kit in mind that you'd like to see giveaway, please leave it in the comment below. Check out all of the affiliate links in the description below. Once you click on those, you have 24 hours to purchase something, and I get a very small commission, so please do that, as well as check out my Etsy link. I only have a few items up there, so I'm working on more patches. I'm actually just doing local work. My husband works construction, and I've been getting a lot of wonderful business over there. Shout out to the construction workers at Mortensen, because they're awesome. I've been doing some wonderful patches for them, and they just keep coming. The orders keep coming in, so a lot of local work, if not anything. So if you want to check those out, I will try to create more listings for patches that I'm doing. Right now I'm trying to save up for software, because I'm really interested in creating my own designs and that kind of thing. So helps to be computer savvy, and it also helps that my husband's very computer savvy, so we want to learn together, so that's exciting. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!